Get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Oh my gosh.
Yo! What is good, everybody? We're back with another reaction. Hey, let's get it started because we about to get rated R like your boy Xavier Woods. Because Tap Out got us with another banger with 25 non-PG WWE moments. Let's go.
While the PG era was much cleaner and family-friendly compared to the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras, it still had some very inappropriate moments. Let's find out what WWE got away with.
I'm liking
to many
it.
fans' delight, John Cena returned to
anymore.
WWE at Money in the Bank. Just about everyone was happy to see him, except for
remember
Roman
this.
Reigns. A few days later,
Oh my God,
Reigns grabbed a
no,
mic
missionary
and
all
mocked
over
Cena how
again.
repetitive and boring he was. It wasn't anything that controversial, but then Roman Reigns compared John Cena to this.
It's like missionary position every single night.
But wait, Roman Reigns wasn't done yet.
At the time, I
a
didn't
few
even
weeks
know what
later,
that
the head of the
position
table
meant.
and
I was
Cena
16, by
came
the way.
face to face. I guess Reigns didn't feel like the rivalry was heated or personal enough, so he said this.
20 plus years of missionary might have been good enough for you, but it wasn't good enough for Nikki Bella.
Bobby Lashley and Goldberg threw everything they had at each other.
That's cold-blooded. That is cold-blooded. Imagine a dude, you hits you with that line. Like, hey, 6 months of missionary might have been good for you, but it wasn't good for Liv Morgan. Fuck! What'd you say? Peep the shirt, man.
Lashley won the match, but the Almighty wasn't done yet. Lashley started attacking Goldberg with a steel chair,
my God,
even
when
though
he
the
got
fight
Gage.
was over. Goldberg's son, Gage, tried to come to his father's defense, but Lashley put him in the hurt.
The Earth
This
Lock.
seems like nothing out of the ordinary in WWE
Gage was
until you remember
underage.
that Gage is 15 years old. That's right, Bobby Lashley assaulted a minor. That can be up to 5 years in prison. It's not like I'm reading too deep into this either. MVP gets on the mic and defends Lashley by saying he couldn't have known that was Goldberg's child. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not even the Attitude Era went this far.
Facts.
The North American champion, Johnny Gargano, wasn't too happy with NXT General Manager William Regal. Finally, Gargano had enough and decided to storm into Regal's office with Austin Theory. Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking at too.
Oh my gosh.
Nails. Okay, if you thought that was inappropriate, you haven't seen anything yet. Throughout 2021, Dexter Lumis was feuding with Johnny Gargano and Gargano's group, The Way. While they were supposed to be enemies, one of the members of The Way, Indy Hartwell, was attracted to Lumis. Johnny and the rest of The Way were tired of Dexter Lumis and decided to end it once and for all. Gargano and Lumis faced off in a lover or leaver match, meaning that The Way
Weird
would get Indy
stipulation,
Hartwell. During the match, Lumis accidentally bumped into Hartwell and he immediately lost focus. Johnny Gargano seized the opportunity and defeated Dexter once and for all. Like any good story, true love prevails. And Indy Hartwell decided to pounce on Dexter Lumis and make out. Just some good, wholesome family entertainment, right? But wait, listen to this. After their makeout session, Dexter and Indy got married. Then they went on a honeymoon with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae tagging along. Johnny gets worried about what Loomis and Hartwell might do and sneaks into their hotel room. Gargano then finds a ton of confidence.
Oh, my boy Dexter was getting some. He was being safe with it. Yo, how much? God damn! I didn't even know they sell them for that much. It's like strips on strips. It never ends. Hold on, Dexter. I didn't know you were like that. You're the stallion, man.
In one of their suitcases.
Oh my
That wasn't
God,
enough.
they kept going.
Dexter and Indy then come back,
Oh, shit.
forcing Johnny Gargano to hide in the closet.
Oh.
The newlyweds then have a pillow fight, causing them to shout things that make it sound like, well, you get the picture. I seriously can't believe they're able to show this on a PG show.
Oh my
An old
God.
rivalry was rekindled at the start of 2021 when Triple H returned. Randy Orton came out unannounced and demanded a fight with the Game. Triple H refused at first, but eventually the Viper got his wish. The two men agreed to face each other later that night, but started fighting before a match could even start. As they were brawling, the lights in the Thunderdome went out and the Game disappeared. Alexa Bliss appeared behind Randy Orton and then suddenly shot fireballs into the Viper's face. That's a pretty
This is
horrific
some
way to
crazy
hurt
shit, bro.
someone. And the moment was made even more
and
disturbing when
PCR
Randy Orton
was
had to
just
start
so
wearing a
different.
mask to cover his burns. If that wasn't creepy
too many
enough, a few
bullshit
weeks later,
things that
this would
happened.
happen.
And they threw up. Felt like something out of like WWE SVR Road to WrestleMania.
This is a PG show, ladies and gentlemen. Since it was a no-holds-barred match, it's not surprising that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus' fight at Fastlane got pretty violent. While
This
just about
was an
everything that
underrated
happened was
fight.
intense, by far
Just
the
sad
most
that
disgusting
happened,
moment came when the
Thunderdome
kendo sticks
there.
were used. Drew grabbed one of the weapons and then stabbed the Celtic Warrior in the eye.
God
McIntyre didn't gouge it out or anything, but this seems like something you'd see in a hardcore death match, not a PG WWE show. Despite reports that WWE was returning to TV-14, the show still displays a PG rating.
This is
bullshit.
While the shows might technically be PG, what we're about to see is definitely not. Like, how did the censors miss this? We added that censor, by the way. WWE actually had an uncensored F-bomb on Monday Night Raw in 2022. What's even crazier than that is that it happened twice. At Money in the Bank, the Street Profits fought the Usos for the Unified Tag Team Championship. The Usos won, but in controversial fashion, when it was clear that one of Montez Ford's shoulders were not touching the mat.
Which I don't
This
know if
led
that
to
was
Ford
bad or not.
saying this. That's another F-bomb WWE did not censor. However, the best use of the F-word in 2022 has to go to Matt Riddle.
Is your wife divorced you and took your kids and they don't want to see your bitch ass?
Dude, you don't get, I'm not gonna beat.
Oh my god. Ron, the way he said that shit, he literally looked like he was about it. Like, this was personal. Man, this was like DC and John Jones. They recreated this shit, and oh my god, this is funny.
You up, I'm gonna you up, bro. Where the fuck are you?
Brock Lesnar, though, had one of the best insults of the year. After losing the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble to Bobby Lashley, the Beast confronted the Almighty the next night on Raw and called Lashley this.
Bobby, you're nothing but a chicken.
Seriously, how did...
Chicken shit. Bro. It's just alright, first of all, chicken shit is just a funny insult, and it's 10 times more funnier when Brock is the one saying it too.
WWE get away with doing this. On NXT, Malik Blade and Idris Inoue were sitting backstage talking about their tag team. Their discussion was interrupted by the NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose, who fell onto Malik's lap. Rose was then chased out by Kylie Ray, leading to this very inappropriate moment.
I need a minute. They're getting away. I need a minute.
Just need 15 seconds.
And if you need any more clues as to what WWE was trying to do, Wade Barrett spelled it out on commentary.
Looks like the competition to get a date with Mandy Rose is stiffening up.
This isn't the only adult moment that happened in WWE this year. On the Raw after WrestleMania 38, Zelina Vega and Carmella were set to compete. However, Zelina was still upset about losing the Women's Tag Team Championship last night and got on the mic to blame Carmella. Vega brought up Mella's upcoming wedding with Corey Graves, and this led to the tag team partners starting to fight each other. Carmella ran into Graves' lap, and then the two started getting romantic with each other.
What the fuck?
Very romantic. Again, how is WWE still rated PG? At Extreme Rules 2022, Edge took on Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Balor had with him his Judgment Day teammates, which didn't make it easy for the Radar superstar. However, Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix, was with them, and she helped even the odds. Judgment Day knew they had to eliminate the Glamazon to win, and they did just that when Rhea Ripley knocked out Phoenix with a pair of brass knucks. This was kind of violent, but it was taken to the next level when Rhea threatened to give Phoenix a concerto. Edge said he quit, but that didn't stop Ripley from doing this. Not only is that super violent, but it's also incredibly cold. Rhea Ripley, by the way, is not a PG star. First off, her storyline with Dominic Mysterio is very suggestive.
Because I saw the potential in him, and I made him into a man.
You might be saying I'm just looking way too deep into this, but take a look at how Rhea Ripley pins her opponents. Come on, look at that. You mean to tell me that isn't intentional? Plus, look at what she did to Dominic Mysterio before making him into a man. Need I say more? Jeff Hardy's intended...
I need it now.
The storyline this year doesn't really feel all that PG. Reason being that drug and alcohol addiction is a very real problem, and that Hardy is... The triple threat ladder match at Clash of Champions between AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, and Jeff Hardy was pretty brutal.
This was a fire
There were a
match.
lot of intense moments, but Sami Zayn provided the most disturbing one. During the match, Zayn pulled out a pair of handcuffs and locked part of his ear to a ladder. I don't know why, but seeing that just makes me tense up. It got even
Vince
more
had a thing
disturbing
with
when
Jeff
Jeff
Hardy
started
and
carrying the
ears.
ladder with his ear still handcuffed to it. Watching it, I was worried the entire time that something was going to go wrong and Hardy was going to get seriously injured. Thankfully, everything went as planned, but still, that image of Jeff's earlobe getting attached to the ladder is hard to watch. Back in August, Shane McMahon returned to WWE and introduced Raw Underground. It was sort of a WWE version of Fight Club where anybody could compete and there were little to no rules. Now, it's not Raw Underground itself that makes the list, but instead, the female dancers.
Oh, yeah.
To keep with the underground illegal feel, Raw Underground had 3 women in revealing clothes dancing on a stage. They didn't do much, but the way they were presented didn't feel very PG. The dancers were only seen one week and removed the next without any explanation.
I mean,
the
the
likely
girls were
reason is because WWE wanted to preserve their image of being leaders in women's sports. At WrestleMania, and both of these reasons make this moment feel like anything but PG. In early 2019, Alexa Bliss was hosting an episode of her show, A Moment of Bliss. Right before she was about to go on stage, a production assistant went to tell her that her segment was coming up. However, when the man entered, Alexa Bliss was still in the process of and didn't This is so blunt and came from out of nowhere that it shocked a lot of fans. The moment lasted less than a minute. It was a cheap way to get a reaction. That's why I'm ranking this one so low. On top of the fact that it didn't have an impact on anything. Even in the PG era, WWE didn't shy away from using weapons. However, they really pushed the envelope at the 2016 Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose fought an asylum match with weapons hanging above the steel cage. One of them was a bucket
if you know
that
Pete the
contained
Plant,
a bag
you
of
know
thumbtacks. The two men desperately tried to throw each other into the tacks, but ultimately, it was Chris Jericho who got slammed onto the bed of nails. Thumbtacks are not common in WWE, so it would have been surprising to see them in any match, but it was made even more so because it happened in the PG era. Not surprising, we haven't seen thumbtacks used in WWE since this match. In the lead-up to his match against Triple H at WrestleMania 25, Randy Orton began an all-out attack on the game's family. The most personal moment happened in the final weeks before the big match. With help from the Legacy, Randy Orton handcuffed the game to the ring rope. Then, when Triple H's wife, Stephanie McMahon, tried to save him, the Viper knocked her out cold with his signature DDT. The part that pushed the whole thing over the limit was when Randy Orton
he had to be stopped. If he wanted he dead, he would have done it on feet.
Kissed Stephanie while Triple H helplessly watched on. The PG era wasn't even a year old at this point, so WWE was really trying to be kid-friendly. It's still amazing that they did all this.
This guy was
believe me when I tell you, this was a real match WWE did during the PG era. The match I'm talking about was the eye for an eye match. Just as it sounds, the only way to win was by extracting your opponent's eye. Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins were the two who fought in this grotesque match stipulation. Both men tried to gouge each other's eyes, and I still have a hard time believing that this actually happened. The eventual winner was Seth Rollins when he got Mysterio's eye out of the socket. Of course, it was all scripted, but still, this is not family-friendly entertainment. And Alexa appeared in the ring. She then did something unexpected when Randy and Mr. is a whole nother level. Team was awesome. They had some great matches, but the most memorable moment wasn't during a fight. On SmackDown, the two teams faced off in a rap battle, and despite the MC saying,
"We're gonna keep it clean, alright, still PG."
The segment did not stay that way. The two teams were going at it, and then Jimmy Uso said this.
Just don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I remember this live vividly. I was like, no way they just brought that shit up. If you know, you know. Paige, hello here, and Xavier Woods got it down.
Jimmy was referring to private videos of Xavier Woods with fellow WWE wrestler Paige that had been leaked a few months earlier. It was insane hearing this reference on WWE TV, and the moment was actually edited out when WWE put the clip on their YouTube channel. Brock Lesnar is unlike any wrestler for a lot of reasons. One of them is the stuff that he was able to get away with during the PG era. One of the most shocking and inappropriate things Lesnar did was when he took on Randy Orton at SummerSlam 2016. Orton put in a good fight, but Brock is called the Beast for a reason. However, the most violent part was when Lesnar busted Randy Orton wide open, and I do mean wide open. The bloodshed was so bad, it rivaled what ECW was doing in the 90s. After Orton got busted open, the match basically came to an end right then and there.
This match ended like this.
Reports later said that Randy Orton wasn't supposed to bleed as much as he did, but that doesn't change the fact that this is one of the most violent moments in PG era history. Shortly after the 24/7 championship was introduced, Drake Maverick and R-Truth would start feuding for the title. The rivalry got heated up when Truth pinned Maverick during his wedding and won the title. Following the incident, Drake's wife, Renee Michelle, started appearing on TV with him. Once Maverick won back the title, he went on a honeymoon with his bride. This led to a segment where Drake Maverick and Renee Michelle were about to consummate their marriage, and it was incredibly inappropriate for a PG show.
Oh my goodness, put some clothes on, God.
This felt like something fans would have seen during the Attitude Era and not on a PG, family-friendly WWE show. On the last Raw before the 2015 Survivor Series, Paige and Charlotte had a contract signed for the match at the pay-per-view. It was all pretty normal stuff, and Charlotte even said she was doing the match as a tribute to her younger brother, Reid Flair, who had passed away in 2013 at the age of 25. This prompted Paige to say this.
You're wrong, sweetheart. Cause your little baby brother, he didn't have much fight in him, did he? Oh, come on.
This was a very inappropriate moment and crossed the line for a lot of people. It's unclear if the Flair family knew that the comment about Reid was going to be made or not, but either way, it still went too far. Even in the Attitude Era, this probably wouldn't have been appropriate. What makes it even more uncomfortable to watch is that Paige looks uneasy as she's about to say the line. We need to lighten the mood. Watch this video to see the most embarrassing WWE blue.
But that's gonna cap it off, y'all. Let me know what was your favorite part. My favorite part was chicken shit. Brock Lesnar, you're nothing but chicken shit. I love that guy, bro. He's funny, but unintentionally funny, you know? But yeah, guys, another banger video by Tap Out Corner. But I'm gonna see you on the next one. It's been your boy, Just Wrestling Vids. Who like, subscribe, and feel for more. Liv Morgan, I love you.